Welcome to Seymour Shore as the Sutherland Sharks host the Sydney United 58 to start round 5 of the NPL New South Wales Men's 1 competition. I'm Tony Slono. It's great to have your company this afternoon as two teams are eager to get back in the winner's circle. The Sharks haven't tasted victory since the opening day against Sydney Olympic, but have been unlucky in their last few fixtures, while Sydney United have only been beaten once this season, but have only captured maximum points in one of their 4 games. Two very strong clubs, not in the positions on the table they would like. We'll go through their team list very shortly. Ben Abraham, the main referee, Jack Ball and Roy Osborne, his assistants. The 4th official is Josh DeRossi. Sydney United in the red strip with the white shorts and blue socks. They're running from right to left, while the Sutherland Sharks are home side in their traditional light blue kit with the white shorts. Patrick Antelmi under an injury cloud coming in, but he has been cleared to play. So let's get ready to go for this one. Antelmi and Meyer in the middle, waiting on the whistle of referee Abraham. Let's get round 5 of NPL 1 started. Whistle, and we are away here at Seymour Shore in Miranda. Sharks home game, looking to make amends for last week. A defeat at the hands of Blacktown City. In 90 minutes, we'll find out if they'll have an extra 3 points, or will it be a away side who comes away with a win. Trafiro early flicks on. It's cleaned up there by Warren. Deflected, almost a chance there. Very casual from Sutherland out of their own end. Warren, the skipper, they'll escape. So we'll go through those two lineups, starting with the Sutherland Sharks. In goal, Anthony Bazanis, Mark Warren, the skipper, Patrick O'Shea in jersey 4, Lachlan Everett in 6, Warren Romero 7, Jeremy Cox 9. The 10 is Raul Romero, Blair Brown is 12, Quivy Fowler 16, Harry Sutherland 19, Tariq Airkhan in jersey 21. That's the starting side. Mitch Evans on the bench. They're coached by Terry Palpanis. For Sydney United, in goals, Thomas Manos, the ever-reliable Thomas Manos. Jordan Roberts, the 3. Adrian Velastalika, 4. Anthony Tamelik, 5. Patrick Antelmi in jersey 9. Yanni Picardis, 11. Sam Perry, 13. Tarek Meyer in 15. Glenn Trafira, 18. Josh McDonald, 19. They are coached by Miro Velastalika. We enter the play. Really good opportunity here. First corner of the evening, going the way of the Sutherland Sharks. It'll be Lachlan Everett to step up. It'll be an in-swinger. What can they deliver here, the Sharks? Nice ball in. Headed away quite comfortably by Roberts. Put back into the mixer by the Sharks. Jostle, Romero. Dispossessed by Perry. He plays it up the line and eventually out of play. Long throw over the head of Antelmi, the intended target. Cleared by the Sharks. Offside flag does go up. So first foul going the way of Sydney United this evening. Sydney United going down to Apia last week, 3-1. A hat-trick by their former player, Chris Payne. So to be filthy about that one, but trying to get themselves back in the winner's circle. They go all the way back to Manos in the forest green. Liam Rose. And one further, Vlastalika. They're pressing nicely here, the Sharks, trying to force an error. Meyer, well-weighted ball, trying to get over the head of the Sharks defender. Antelmi, pressing, but has given away the foul. Referee says a little bit too eager. 2 minutes gone here at Seymour Shore Stadium. Sutherland Sharks 0, Sydney United 0. In the earlier games, in under 18s, it was Sydney United 4-0 over the Sutherland Sharks, while nil or draw in the under-20s. Long ball seemed to be the order of the day nice and early. The Sharks nearly on the end of that one. Perry, was it off his shoulder? Referee said it was okay. Throw in for the Sharks, the home side, with the attacking advantage early. Still nothing to show for it on the scoreboard thus far. Blair Brown with the ball in his hand. Header intercepted. O'Shea heads it in the right direction. Romero cleared away eventually by Sydney United on halfway. Roberts sticks his leg out. Tameli comes and covers. Man from Bosley Park. Out there near the Sydney United Sports Centre. We are at Seymour Shore this evening. Nice ball on by Romero. The Romero brothers combining there. Mark Warren just a fraction offside as he was cutting back from the byline. Be a free kick to Sydney United. Of course, we are on Facebook and also YouTube. So if you are on any of those channels, there is a comment section. Make sure you leave your feedback thus far. What have you made of the first 3 or 4 minutes? A stalemate thus far, 0-0. A lot of it's been played in Sydney United's half. Tricky Trefiro. Up the line, McDonald tries to go, but tackled. Switch on the back line. Velastalika, that's where the ball lands. On for Perry, the left winger. Ball crossed in, it was nice, and tell me. Gets first touches with his feet, but eventually cleaned up by O'Shea. Spent some time in an English academy, did O'Shea, before coming back to the Sutherland Sharks. Plenty of promise for him. Going to be a key cog in midfield for the Sutherland Sharks. To try and work it out of trouble, Erkan goes back to his goalkeeper. Anthony Bazanis coming over from Hercoa. Nice flick on by Fowler on that occasion. Turned over. Sam Perry, seen a lot of it early. Curling ball in. Safety first, couldn't get to Trefiro. Mark Warren, the skipper, signing from Marconi at the end of last season. Was Marconi getting the likes of Zach Carncross and the Speranza brothers. As that pass is misweighted, it'll be a throw-in for Sydney United on halfway. Meyer was good last week in a losing side. Just calming things down. Liam Rose. Jostling in midfield. Referee said that was illegal though. Raul Romero gives away the free kick. Nice opportunity for Sydney United. The lone corner for Sutherland to start this one. Long ball over the top. Slipping over there was McDonald, and the referee saw it. Didn't like that from Warren. A free kick for Sydney United. Matt Sims, generally deadly from his range. He's on the bench though. Might see him in the second half. Trefiro, standing over the ball, has a few options. They scatter away. And tell me the key target. Trefiro bends it in, headed away by O'Shea. Still on the edge of the 18-yard box. Headed into trouble for the Sharks before they eventually do clear away. Perry trying to get in Tilmy, chasing at the byline, but taken eventually there by Manos. Rolls out. The Sharks been pretty good in defence thus far. Erkan tries the long ball for Romero, but was cut out. Romero sending the compass back the right way. Eventually playing back. Erkan looking to Brown as an option. Decides to go over the top. Quivy Fowler, too big for him. And eventually goes behind. It'll be a goal kick Quivi Fowler, a member of the Round 4 Team of the Week for Football New South Wales, had a good game in a losing effort against Blacktown City. Him and Lachlan Everett were really good. Let's see what they can do against Sydney United here at home. We're at Seymour Shaw. I'm Tony Salerno. Great to have your company for Football New South Wales. Kicking off round 5 of NPL 1. As the contest is eventually won by Sutherland. Heavy touch. Blair Brown one-on-one Van Telmy. Valada wins that one. The pass not quite going where he wanted it to. So the Sharks looking to go from defence to attack. Here is Romero. Wanted to hit it first time. To Melik on his tail. Cross was blocked. So I go back to the well again. Back on halfway with O'Shea. And that was a rather meek turnover. O'Shea for his troubles wins it back. Off Warren. Back for O'Shea now. Nice ball. Romero was tackled there by Liam Rose and has given away a free kick too. Frustration in that challenge. Early doors here at Seymour Shaw. 0-0 between the Sutherland Sharks and Sydney United. Sharks at the foot of the table. Sydney United not much better in 6th place. Both teams one win this season. But Sydney United 58 have had 2 draws. A loss last week against Apia. And now, defensive error. Here comes Antelmi, puts it across the face of the goalkeeper, and finished by Glenn Trefiro. He probably won't score an easier one this season. But as we go after the 10-minute mark, it is Sydney United who will play from in front this evening. So poor defending there. Urquhart was the man who turned it over. Antelmi sensed the mistake, put it across the face of Bazanis, and then Trefiro good enough to finish 1-0 Sydney United over the home side, the Sutherland Sharks. How can the Sharks respond? They're behind early. Blair up the line. Blair Brown. Liam Rose. Shielding it at his byline. Referee says free kick for Sydney United. Brown there. Giving away the free kick. Antelmi, again, he's dangerous. They can't contain him to defence. Another cross this time on the end of it, off the crossbar and over the top. But the referee's seen an infringement anyway, so it wouldn't have counted. But boy, oh boy, the defence of the Sutherland Sharks are scrambled and they're queuing up Sydney United. 1-0 could have quite easily been 2. Picardis is fouled, and they'll get a free kick against Sydney United, just shy of the halfway line. Play up, Urquhart, good enough there, the defender. Too good for Fowler. He concedes possession. Here comes Sam Perry. Nice early ball. Was that a hand? A referee said it wasn't intentional. Sydney United fans in the crowd didn't like that one. And a free kick again to Liam Rose. Not liking the attention he's getting from Romero. That could have easily been a penalty there, but the referee waved it away as soon as he saw it. Said it did touch his hand, but it wasn't deliberate. Of course, we're on Facebook and YouTube. All you Sutherland fans and Sydney United fans, make sure you share this post far and wide. Let's see how many people in your clubs can watch this one. NPL 1, great entertainment on a Saturday night. I'm Tony Salerno. We're here at Seymour Shaw, round 5, NPL 1. Men's National Premier League, Sutherland Sharks hosting Sydney United. It's the visitors who have the jump, 1-0. 13 minutes gone in this one. Defensive mistake was the reason for the first goal. Sharks slowing down the play. Urquhart goes right back again. Bazanos in the fluoro yellow. Launches it to halfway. Header off Warren. Jeremy Cox hasn't seen too much of the ball early. Nice pass. Warren again. Good ball in. Quivy Fowler got first touch and eventually kid away by Sydney United. On halfway, and tell me. Trying to see if they can launch a counter-attack here. Here they go. Through McDonald on the right. Looking for options inside. Trying to make the run himself. Didn't get the memo. And eventually fell in between Meyer and Perry. Fowler, the Irishman, born in Dublin. Under 17s and 21s for Ireland. Definitely plenty of pedigree. Good to see players of that ilk in the National Premier League New South Wales. O'Shea ventures towards halfway, looking for a better pass. No one there, though. Fowler on the right had his arms up. They sensed they had an opportunity. But Sydney United, apart from that corner in the first minutes of the game, haven't really been troubled in their defensive half. McDonald in the 19. Poor pass there. Not executed well. Romero on the break. Looking for options. Goes to the left this time. Cox cuts it back square. Should have taken the shot himself. Eventually at the feet of Everett. Mark Warren. Sliding out. Everett again. Playing at the 18-yard box. Cross in from Warren. It's a bullet. Almost between a cross and a shot. Across the face of goal and eventually behind for a goal kick. 1-0 the score here at Seymour Shore. Sydney United lead the Sutherland Sharks. NPL 1 action. Great entertainment on a Saturday night. Let us know where you're watching from, how you're consuming your Premier League football. Of course, there is another NPL 1 game this evening. Hakoah Sydney City East taking on Sydney FC. Nick Kuchnak, the caller for that one. Stay with us here at Seymour Shore. You'll get live scores of that one. Failed cross there from Liam Rose. Romero gets in behind. Quivy Fowler shoots. Pushed away and on the rebounds into the back of the net. Thank you very much. Goal time here for the Sutherland Sharks. And just like the first goal for Sydney United, it was a defensive mistake. And sharing the spoils there was the striker, Jeremy Cox. It is 1-1 between the Sutherland Sharks and Sydney United. It was a great first-time shot from Fowler. That forced a push save. But eventually picking up the scraps and putting it in the bottom left corner was Jeremy Cox. 1-1 here at Seymour Shore. Tarek Meyer. Got over right this time, but that was a poor pass by Tamelik. Conceding possession. Sydney United control the first 15 minutes. Now with that goal, can the Sutherland Sharks spark into gear? Bazanis finds Mark Warren, just shy of halfway on the left. Romero. Nice ball over the top. Fowler's making a nice run. But out comes the goalkeeper, Manos. Perry. Both team defences look questionable at this point. 1 goal apiece. Meyer. Into the midfield, Trefiro. Now it's at the feet of Vlastelica, looking to go up the line, ignores that option. Decides to play through the defensive midfield. Meyer occupying that role. Tamelik receives it back from McDonald. Now, nice press here from the Sharks. They eventually win the ball, United. Trefiro flicked on first time. Gets it back and goes to the left. Perry looking to deliver across. Shape 2. Eventually snuffed out. Good tackle there from Blair Brown. Needed to be made. 5 metres from the byline on the left. Sydney United. They scored the first goal through Glenn Trefiro. Looking to add to their accounts. Trefiro at the byline. Has 2 Sharks circling him. Nice ball through the legs. Very classy. They don't call him Tricky Trefiro for nothing. Nice crossing from Meyer. Over the top of Antelmi and safely into the clutches of the goalkeeper, Anthony Bazanis. Nice ball long. Headed in the right direction. O'Shea playing that 6 role by himself. Mark Warren brings it down. Number 3, Roberts, and also Warren. Cross with the right foot this time. Nice header away there by Tamelik. And now diving. Mark Warren put himself in an awkward position there. I think there was too much malice in that. Referee just coming over to assess the situation. Of course, Mark Warren playing 37 games for Perth Glory in the A-League between 2015 and 2018. A lot of A-League experience that his teammates can draw on. Liam Rose. Playing off the left channel. Vastalika couldn't keep it in. And just on halfway, it's turned over. It'll be a throw-in for the Sharks. They like to go back to Erkan from their throws. Just settle things down. The Sharks opening up the field. Mark Warren. Long ball up the left. Romero in chase. Tamelik doing a great job there for Sydney United. Gets them out of trouble. Flicked on. Antelmi holding the ball, waiting for troops to arrive. Tries to play back. That was an innocuous pass. Fowler almost smelled blood in the water there, the Shark. Vlastalika goes to the left. Perry assessing his options. Goes to Trefiro. Making a run himself. There it is. Getting in between Sutherland defenders. Holding possession nicely here. Here come the Reds. Meyer. Good tackle eventually. But they will keep possession. Be a throw-in. 18-yard box high for Sydney United. 1-1 the score here at Seymour Shaw Park. 21 minutes gone. Let us know your thoughts on the game thus far. Put the comments in the comments section. As they get a corner kick. Do Sydney United 58. Trefiro stepping up to do the honours. Number of players in the box. Tall Timber and Antelmi. Most likely candidate headed on. And they'll get another corner. Last touch off the Sutherland Sharks. Take 2, says the referee. It'll be Trefiro again. Goes short of his time. Chip into the box. Antelmi didn't quite read it the way he wanted to. Valestalika didn't make the connection. And eventually child's play for Anthony Bazanis. Got viewers from all over the state watching this one, from Bathurst, Youth and Regional and City. Let us know where you're listening from. If you're enjoying the action, Sydney United 58 taking on the Sutherland Sharks. Both teams have fired one shot. It's an injury behind play. Referee coming over to assess. Of course, both these teams drawn out in the FFA Cup competition. This is where the NPL sides enter. It'll be a road trip for the Sutherland Sharks. They will head to Gerringong to take on the Gerringong Breakers. While for Sydney United, they will take on the Gladesville Ride Magic heavyweights in the NPL 3. We see the formalities. Nice sportsmanship there. Injury. Throwing comes at the feet of Antelmi. Flicks it on. McDonald, he's got some fresh boots on him. Swarming, but eventually safety first from the Sharks. Happy to concede possession this side of halfway. Other home side. Sydney United have one goal to show for it. Can they get more before half-time? Trafiro flicks on down the right. McDonald, nice tackle. Here comes Trafiro again in traffic. Nice ball for Antelmi. Appeals for a handball, not forthcoming. Referees second guesses that one before giving the free kick away. Patrick Antelmi, former Wollongong Wolf. Velastalika very good in the air. Sharks get a free header but turn it over in the process. Antelmi again. Sam Perry coming inside from the left wing. Picardis in the right glove. Maya. Strong, too strong and out of play. That pass not quite right for Jordan Roberts. Mark Warren goes to O'Shea. They explore the right once more here to the Sharks. Erkan playing up the line. Blair Brown the intended target. Velastalika snuffs it out but puts it into touch. So the Sharks still with the ball in their hands for a throw. Brown ignores Fowler. Tries to play short for Everett. Fowler with the ball at his feet eventually. Through ball. Can't get through the gate. Perry drops back and a poor pass. Turnover. O'Shea. When the Romeros get involved, it's danger. Romero shoots with a left. And good stop there by Thomas Manos. On the counter, Sydney United looking up the ground for options. Here they come through Perry. Switch of play. That's well weighted too. Onto the feet of Roberts. Tries to get his cross in. His opposition number 3, Mark Warren, said, not on my watch. Still with Sydney United. Picardis looking for options. And McDonald zips over his feet. 2-on-1. Manhandled there by Sutherland. Here comes a counter-attack. Romero once more. Looking to the right for options. Doesn't go to Blair Brown. Guivi Fowler was occupied and eventually turned it over. And Telmi off the chest. So now no one can maintain a glut of possession at the moment. Turnover after turnover. Romero. Silky feet with those orange boots. Fowler. Nice ball for Romero. That's one Romero. Turns it over, but the Romeros looking quite dangerous. Trofiro. Velastalika, the defender for Sydney United 58. Throws long. Erkan and Picardis. Contest. Eventually won by the former. Nice throw for Velastalika. Antelmi. It's the ball at his feet. Trafiro. Maya didn't get it where he wanted it. And that was poor turnover from him. Could have done better than that. On halfway, the Reds. They go to the right. And now we do have an injury. Erkan, one of the key defenders for the Sutherland Sharks. Don't want to make a change this early in the game. Physio looking like he'll come out and assess. Lockett and Everett over there with Erkan. Maybe a breather is just what the Sharks want. They've had to do a lot of defence in this first half. 28 minutes gone here at Seymour Shore. 1 goal apiece, the first from Glenn Trefiro. And then that was equalised by Jeremy Cox. So both forwards on the score sheet. Erkan's back up and ready to go. Who's going to be the circuit breaker? Playing back, Trefiro sensed that. Coming out of his box, Bazanis. That's dangerous, but he did well. Saw Bazanis come out off the clearance. So Sydney United win again. Come the Sharks. Everett hasn't seen too much ball this evening. Erkan. Nice pass. Over the top, trying to get in behind Sydney United defenders. Contest, Romero couldn't keep his footing. Trefiro flicked on. McDonald's come to the other side of the grounds. Looking to cut inside. Eventually goes out to Trefiro onside. Plays back man on. Didn't sense it. And turned over. Quivy Fowler. Looked very lively early on. Romero in the 10 jersey. And now that's a free kick. Lucky not to go back in the book. And just some frustration there from McDonald, kicking it at the referee. Most definitely not intentional. Bit of frustration out there. Both teams looking for the ascendancy. It's a stalemate at this stage. Warren finds Romero. Heavy touch means a turnover this time on halfway. Trefiro couldn't get that one in. And eventually at the feet of Bazanis. Everett has a lot of room in midfield to work. Here he goes again. Pinpoint pass. Jeremy Cox, the goal scorer. Can he add another to the team sheet? Shape to shoot. Eventually took the extra touch. Shot there by O'Shea. Was blocked. And now Warren chases. Keeps it in. Cross. It's a nice one too. Headed away from Velastalika. O'Shea puts it back into the box. Romero. Can he shoot with the left? Puts it back on his right. Deflected again, Roberts. Warren has it, curled into the middle. Eventually cleared away, desperation, Trefiro. Didn't see Blair Brown coming. And eventually a throw in for the Sharks. Not a lot of communication out there from both sides. Quivy Fowler heading towards that 18-yard box. Deflected once more. Picardis flicked it into no man's land. Velastalika trying to find McDonald, eventually does. Goes towards the middle. O'Shea, that was lazy. Referee reaching into his pockets. And eventually gun shy, doesn't give the free kick. This is NPL Men's Ones action, round 5 between the Sutherland Sharks and Sydney United 58. 1 goal apiece thus far. 32 minutes gone. And now free kick there. Blair Brown, strong challenge. Referee threatened to give a free kick on the last foul. And a yellow card eventually does so. So he's in the naughty book. Sydney United 58. Usually Matthew Sim is their man from the dead ball. This time they'll go Glenn Trefiro. Scored the opening goal in this one, did Trefiro. Now he's got the chance to send an outswinger towards Antelmi and company in the box. Delivers short, not the desired result. They'll get it back on halfway with Sydney United. Long ball to the left, doesn't make it to Trefiro. Quivy Fowler makes himself big, wins the contest. And eventually the numbers game wins out on that occasion. Sydney United. Here's Perry. Now for Picardis. Nice ball for McDonald. Switching gears and eventually switching the play. Not enough angle on that one. Mark Warren in pursuit of that long throw on halfway. Into the middle. Romero. Nice ball. Quivy Fowler looking to enter the 18-yard box. Threatened to shoot. Eventually blocked when he tried to put it into there. Lachlan Everett will try and do the honours. Nice ball, but he was off Romero. Offside, came back from an offside position. And now they go quickly. Sutherland Sharks caught napping on that occasion. Quick go from the free kick. Over halfway they come. Tamelik. Now they switch play. Liam Rose in defence. Goes to the left. Velastalika. Nice ball on for McDonald. Picardis. Now it's Antelmi in traffic. Does well. Does the front man for Sydney United 58. Tackle. Wasn't affected well. In the last minute, the referee gives away the free kick. Bazanis. Now finds Mark Warren. Nice ball over the top. They're very quick to Romero pairing, but not quick enough on that occasion. Manos. Rolls out and gets it back from where it came from. Not the most convincing pass. Liam Rose on the end of it. Plays up the line. Erkan headers to Blair Brown. Was that off the arm? Doesn't matter. Went out of play. So Sydney United. They've had the majority of possession. Can they make that count on the score sheet? Not at this stage. 1-1. Picardis. One-on-one with Everett. Everett carries it over into touch. Velastalika. 25 metres out from goal. Tamelik. That's centre defensive decision. Roberts. They go from the right to the left. Nice ball over the top. The idea was right. Execution not so. O'Shea headers it on. Romero. Couldn't pick out the right pass. Meyer. They like to attack from right to left. See what they've got this time around. Nice ball, Trefiro onside. Holding it, looking for a better option than himself. Sydney United, was that off a hand? Referee said no, it wasn't. Roberts flicks it back. Trefiro again, left foot this time, and rolls into goal. Poor keeping there, that one should have been stopped. But he'll take it any way he can. Glenn Trefiro, that's 2 to his name this evening. And after 36 minutes of play, Sydney United lead 2-1 over the Sutherland Sharks at Seymour Park. NPL wins one national competition, round 5 between the Sutherland Sharks and Sydney United. It is currently the visitors with a 2-1 ascendancy. Here they go again. Can they slot in one more before half time? They've been the better of the two sides thus far. Anthony Bazanis would have wanted that one back again. It was poor keeping. Tried to get low, awkward position, and eventually trickled into goal. Sydney United, 58, been very strong in defence. Manos, Finds Roberts. And just that second pass to their front man probably has been one of their downfalls. Sydney United, apart from that, they've been quite good. Sutherland, need to try and generate something in attack. What have they got for their home fans? Everett. Plays back to Erkan. Right back to Bazanis. At the feet of Romero. Silky hair, silky speed for Romero. Here comes the attack. Cox. And eventually swept away by Tamelik. 18-yard box high. Of course, we are on Facebook and YouTube, so make sure if you are watching the coverage, let us know what your thoughts are of the game. Who's been the better side? Is the scoreline reflecting the result? What have you made of the commentary and the game itself? I'm Tony Salerno. Great to have your company here this evening. McDonald, one-on-one with Blair. That's been such a great contest thus far. Velastalika with the long throw. Headed on for McDonald. Antelmi. Brown. Of course, we've got Harry Sutherland on the ground now in jersey 19. Nice pass, space on the right if they can get it there. They do. That first mission accomplished. What can they do in the box? Not too much. Roberts deflected off Sutherland, and now it'll be a corner kick. So not too many dead balls for Sydney United to work with. It's their third corner this evening. Can they put 3 on the board before half-time? Sydney United. Left-footed Perry steps up. Delivers nicely. Headed on by Romero. Not out of trouble yet. Everett gets the next header. Not convincing. They clear away to halfway. It is Velastalika. Goes to the left. Picardas slowing things down here, Sydney United. Meyer. Picardas again. Tamelik. Nice ball for Perry. Over the top towards the left. Heavy touch. Eventually Blair Brown kicks it in to the Sydney United player, and that's why it's a goal kick. So could have done a little bit better there. Bazanis. Erkan looking for options. Nice ball. Bit too big for Quivy Fowler. And now Liam Rose will just chase it to the byline and eventually watch it go over. 1-1 here at Seymour Shore. 41 minutes gone. I'm Tony Salerno. It's great to have your company for this one. 2-1 between Sydney United and the Sutherland Sharks. 2 goals to Glenn Trefiro. Jeremy Cox with the other. For Sutherland. There is that man. Headed on. Picardas. And now McDonald couldn't reel that one in. And tell me, jostling with Erkan. The Sharks get out of danger eventually. Chase is on Romero. Liam Rose plays back to his goalkeeper. Eventually long and out of play. 2-1 the score here. Sydney United, 5 points from their first 4 games. Sutherland Sharks only the 1 win, so 3 points for them. Both teams eager to get back in the winner's circle. Sutherland Sharks, the upset victory over Sydney Olympic on the opening day. Can they muster a similar upset here tonight? Mark Warren watches it drop into midfield. Nice ball, curling, looking for Fowler at the far post. Read nicely there by Tamos Manos. McDonald on for Picardis. And he eventually is provided with a free kick. Hard to contain is Picardis. Nice crowd here at Seymour Shaw. John Hall Grandstand. Limited seating available. Long ball. McDonald was the intended target. Headed away there by the Sharks. Fowler looking for some assistance. 3-on-1. Eventually, nice ball there for Everett. Romero looking for options. Can't reel it in. The two Romeros combine. Referee will pay advantage. Mark Warren on the left. What can he deliver here? Warren with the cross. Who's on the end of it? A header. Was there a holding there? Referee said it wasn't. Picardis on the counter-attack. They've been dangerous in this scenario. Perry, who's moved onto the right side, and McDonald on the left. Coach Velastalika must have sent something there. It's an injury time. 2-1, Sydney United over the Sutherland Sharks. Long ball, looking for Anselmi. Headed away by Erkan. And eventually they win the free kick. Do the home side. I'm Tony Salerno. What have you made of this first half? Let us know your thoughts. Message in the comments section on YouTube and Facebook as well. Contest. Watt thumped out properly. Manos. That could have been dangerous. He's decided it is a corner. Last touch of Sydney United. Sutherland player down. To be really big for Sutherland if they can equalise on the stroke of half-time. Jeremy Cox, the leading goal scorer for Sutherland this year. Only for 2 goals. Of course, got a third this evening. So he's the most likely. But from the dead ball, we'll see who comes to the fore. Sutherland. Big opportunity. Nice ball near post. Flicked on. Romero. Heavy touch. Couldn't get a boot on the end of it. And that is a penalty. Mark Warren receives it after Antelmi, a wayward leg. And boy, what a big play in the context of this match. A penalty to the Sutherland Sharks right on the stroke of half-time. Could turn the game right on its head. Mark Warren was a recipient in the box. Legs and arms flying everywhere. And tell me the offender on that occasion. It'll be Raul Romero to step up to the plate. Now Sydney United buying some time. Thomas Manos is trying to get in the head of Romero. The forward for Sutherland. Can he get his side back into this game and on level pegging? Big moment in this game. 2-1 currently the score. Sydney United looking to go level. Are the Sutherland Sharks with this penalty? Romero goes bottom left. Goalkeeper chose the right way, but too much power and straight past Manos. 2-2 the score right on the stroke of half time. Sutherland Sharks 2, Sydney United 2. And what a second half we have coming for you. Our referee got some advice from Thomas Manos he didn't ask for. And Thomas Manos gets a yellow card. Referee Ben Abraham wasn't taking any of that. And Tell Me waiting in the middle. Now right on the stroke of half time. 2 goals apiece. 2 goals for Glenn Trefiro for Sydney United FC. And 2 goals. 1 for Jeremy Cox, the other for Raul Romero. At half time here at Seymour Shore, it is Sutherland Sharks 2, Sydney United 2. Join us back here in 10 minutes' time for a ripping second half. Welcome back to the second half here at Seymour Shore between the Sutherland Sharks and Sydney United 58. At halftime, it is 2 goals all. The goals to Glenn Trefiro, both of his goals, and the goals for Sutherland, Jeremy Cox, and also Romero slotting a penalty right on the stroke of halftime. So we look at the stats. Sutherland 3 shots on target to Sydney United 2. 10 fouls to 6 the way of the Sutherland Sharks, and 3 offsides to 1. Sutherland leading that status. We've kicked it off for the second half between the Sutherland Sharks and Sydney United. Both teams very keen on 3 points. They need to march up the ladder. Who's going to get the final results? We're going to find out about 45 minutes' time. Can Sutherland get themselves off the bottom of the ladder, or will Sydney United keep track with the leaders? I'm Tony Salerno. Thank you very much for your company here this evening. Seymour Shore Park. Nice crowd in Miranda. Sutherland Sharks home game. Sutherland Sharks in the light blue with the white shorts on the right of your screen, running from right to left. Sydney United 58 in the red with the white shorts, running from left to right on your screen. We're on Facebook and YouTube, so make sure you do leave your feedback on the game. How do you think it has gone thus far? Sydney United had the majority of possession in the first half, but it's a stalemate on the scoreboard. Here come the Sharks with the first attack of the second half. Referee, free kick. Quivy Fowler taken down just outside the 18-yard box. And now Sutherland, who were trailing right on the stroke of half-time, have a chance to take the lead with this free kick. That's what always happens. A few minutes before, a few minutes after half-time, people relax, and then that's where the goals come. Mark Warren standing over the ball. Quivy Fowler also. So just an extra person to think about for Manos. Fowler shoots just beside the wall. Warren trying to make some room on that left-hand side before cutting back inside. Romero, corner of the 18-yard box. Nice ball in by Fowler. Looking for one, Romero. Raul already on the score sheet. And now a free kick, says the referee. Lazy challenges. We've got a score from Mount Druitt. 32 minutes gone. Mount Druitt downrange 0. Sydney FC 0. So 0-all score over there in Mount Druitt. 2 goals apiece here at Seymour Shores. We've just seen a goal come in from Mount Druitt. We'll give you that update right after this free kick. Fowler again to deliver. Nice ball bending in. Headed away by Sydney United. Everett. Flicked on by Romero. Almost like that game of headers over the top of the net. This time just exchanging between the two teams. Eventually out of trouble. Sutherland, that attack comes to nothing. Trying to find Mark Warren wide, but just too much mustard on that for Murkan. Score update in Mount Druitt. It is the Mount Druitt Town Rangers 1, leading Sydney FC 0. Goal 32 minutes in. Just confirming that goal scorer for you when it does come to hand. Sydney United work it out of their back line. Tamelik. This is Picardis. Switch of play by Tamelik. Sees something he likes over on the left-hand side. Perry's on that side. Sam Perry. Move over to the right wing, the back end of that second half, but he's back on his favoured left. Nice ball over the top, looking for Antelmi. He gets there first in front of Erkan. Brown comes to help out. Cross in from Perry. Clearance not convincing from Sutherland. At the feet of Trefiro, who's already got 2 goals. Can he complete the hat-trick? Tries with the left. And way over the top of the crossbar. So it'll be a goal kick for the Sutherland Sharks. Erkan, one of the new recruits for Sutherland. Mateo Poliak, of course, has to come back into this side. Chasing hard, Sutherland. Cox wins it. Beats that contents from Roberts. Step overs, squares the ball up. Romero with the right. Curling towards Thomas Manos. But there wasn't too much angle on it. Easy meet there from Manos. Now to the middle, Everett. Assessing his options. They play right back again. Sutherland, Harry Sutherland playing for the Sutherland Sharks. Mr. Sutherland, they call him. Long ball looking for Cox again. He won this last duel. How does he go this time? One-on-one, Roberts. Grabbing at jerseys. And then eventually the referee says it's all fair game. Be a throw-in for the Sharks. So trying to put the foot on the throat. Can the Sharks take the lead for the first time in this game? They were behind 1-0 and then 2-1. Looking for their second win of the season, both these sides. Nice ball on Romero. Cox was chasing, beaten to the punch. Sam Perry, a lot of space on the left. Decides to come back infield. Trefiro off the chest, not the hand, said the referee from Everett. Brown. And now turned over. On the break, Sydney United. Advantage to be played. Trefiro on the left wing. Looking to cut inside, puts it out. Because Velastelika's gone down. Clutching at his ankle. Referee calling on the physio. And now a yellow card being signalled for Lachlan Everett on that side. So he's very frustrated this evening, Lachlan Everett. It's very good against Blacktown City last week. The Sharks were sunk by one of their own, a former player, Leroy Jennings, who scored the winning goal for the Sutherland Sharks last week. They've got to put that behind them. At halftime, it was Sutherland who'd committed more fouls, 10-6. Now Everett in the book and also limping towards the sideline for his troubles. I'm Tony Salerno. This is NPL Men's Ones action, round 5. We're kicking off here at Seymour Shore. 53 minutes into the game. There's currently the Sutherland Sharks 2, Sydney United 58-2. The other game last time we checked it was 1-0 Mount Druitt over Sydney FC. That scoreline hasn't changed. It has changed 2-0 now. Mount Druitt over the Sutherland Sharks. Trefiro, 1-2. Gets it back, looking for a pass, ignored the option. Trying for a through ball, can't get through the Sutherland defence. Jeremy Cox in pursuit of this one. Liam Rose goes right back to his keeper. Thomas Manos, most deflected there. Mark Warren with a header. Headers it into the Sydney United dugout. Jordan Roberts with the throw. Trefiro back for Roberts again. Playing up this tight right-hand channel. The skipper Trefiro keeps the ball in. Mark Warren, 2 old stagers going at it. McDonald been into the punch. Now it's Sutherland's turn for a counter-attack. The home side pressing forward. And eventually Quivy Fowler is dispossessed 2-on-1. And tell me, switches play. McDonald gets there before Blair Brown does. McDonald again. Nice ball flicked on. This is a long run from Josh McDonald. Goes to the left. Perry waiting for him to make an overlapping run. Doesn't do so. Going back further still. The back line. Go all the way back to Sydney United 58. Next week, Sutherland are at home again. They'll play Manly United on Saturday night, 13th of April. Here come the Sutherland Sharks. Nice turn there from Romero. And now he's clipped. And another one, free kick. 2 fouls in a row. Referee didn't call the first one, but he damn well called the second. Quivy Fowler was fouled. So was Romero. Interesting to see where they put the ball down, which one the referee calls. And now they've got really good field position here for Sutherland Sharks. Can they make Sydney United pay? All of them hovered around the ball. It's like 1,000 are going to take this free kick. Thomas Manos just constructing his wall. 5-man wall, says Mr. Manos, the goalkeeper. And it'll be Raul Romero standing on top of it again. Fowler also likely with the left foot. Abraham blows the whistle. Romero over the top of the wall and almost picks up the top left corner. Curls away from goal. And we've got our first substitution of the evening. Looking like it may well be a double change. Nick Stavroulakis in the headgear. He'll enter the fray in place of Adrian Velastelika. Good shift from Velastelika. So much experience. And also Sam Perry makes way. Matthew Sim, the new man on the ground. Nick Stavroulakis is just waiting for Velastelika to come off the ground. He's taking his sweet time. Sutherland Sharks giving a bit of advice on the quickest way off the field. Goal kick from Manos. Headed down by Sutherland. Romero chasing. Stavroulakis already useful in the midfield. He gives away the free kick. Of course, we want your feedback on these channels. We're on Facebook and on YouTube. NPL New South Wales Men's 1 competition, round 5 between Sutherland and Sydney United. Still too close to call this one. 2 goals apiece. Sutherland Sharks and Sydney United. Sydney United have unleashed their fresh legs. Long ball. Stavroulakis, ball at his feet. Trefiro over the top, looking for Antelmi. Long leg there from Harry Sutherland. Eventually gets him out of trouble. Picardis decides to go right back to his goalkeeper. Off the chest of Manos. Every goalkeeper thinks he's a field player. Header flicked on, and then clutching at his hip there. Strong challenge. McDonald the worse for wear after that one. And now the physio. She's done quite a bit of work this evening. A lot of bumps and bruises. This time McDonald on his haunches. Sydney United will play the Marconi Stallions next week at Marconi Stadium. Two proud NSL clubs back in the NSL days will do battle. Marconi themselves haven't had a great start to this campaign, languishing in 11th position. Only bettering the Sutherland Sharks in 12th, but a result here could really spring the Sharks season. Bacardis with the header, on for Antelmi, off the chest, directs it to McDonald. Antelmi trying to make a run, but Romero gets back. He clocks up a lot of miles, does Romero. Bacardis, one-on-one with Cox. It's been a good contest all evening. Decides to play back to Melik. Finds Thomas Manos in the forest green, blending in with the trees in the background. Jordan Roberts playing a bit deeper. Usually we see him right in the front line. Very quick along the ground is Roberts. Spent a bit of time in America to Jordan Roberts. He's the man they were trying to pick out to no avail. Everett had an idea, didn't quite work. Referee said that came off the hand of Everett last. Free kick smack bang on halfway. Here goes Sydney United 58 again. Seesawing battle here at Seymour Shore. 2 goals apiece. Nice ball trying to pick out Matthew Sim making a run. Thank you for providing your feedback. Blair Brown coming up top for a bit more attacking flair was one of the messages in the comments. Let us know what your thoughts are if you are watching. Up the left-hand channel is where Sydney United like to operate. Plenty of space on the right. McDonald by himself. Stavroulakis winning possession. Nice little passes in midfield. Sydney United, that's what they base their game around. Bacardis up the line. Nice flick back. McDonald comes into midfield. Goes to the 35-year-old Stavroulakis. Plenty of experience. Now it's McDonald again. Sprinting past Blair Brown. 18-yard box high. Trying to find a way through. Resolute in defence. The Sharks have a few men back. Meyer. Hasn't seen a lot of it for a while. Bacardis in the glove. Plays back to Tamelik. Nice pass. Antelmi. Controlled nicely. There is McDonald. Gets it back from Antelmi. And now they're stretching Sutherland to the left. Trefiro shoots but blocked. Worth a go. Roberts this time. Ball at his feet. Coming inside. A brace for Trefiro. Can he get a hat-trick before we're done? Tamelik. Looked like he was going to be the recipient of that one. But eventually they went right back to Manos, the goalkeeper. Sydney United, a bit more stranglehold on the possession. But just 2 and 3 passes are going, and then it's being turned over, so no one can really assert their authority. Use his body well there on that occasion, Cox. Just a bit too long for him, though. Frustrated is the striker for the Sutherland Sharks. Stavroulakis. Looking to the right, then decides on the left again. For eventually going to the goalkeeper. That was dangerous. He got first touch there, Romero. Couldn't get enough power on it. No goalkeeper at home. That was dangerous. That was almost very similar to the first Sutherland goal. Everett, 25 metres out. Lays it off to Romero. Coming to the 6-yard box. Jinking, weaving, moving. Lays it back. Romero deflected and over the top of the crossbar. Wasn't the cleanest shot. The deflection almost went into goal, but over the top. They may rue that one, the Sutherland Sharks. That could have been the one that got them ahead again. Great entertainment on this Saturday night. Sutherland Sharks taking on Sydney United 58. Sydney United in 6th position, Sutherland in 12th. Both teams want the 3 points. Deep delivery to the far post. Header on for Romero. Had a look at the entire goal mouth, but put it right across the face of goal. And behind for a goal kick. Should have done a bit better than that. Should have at least got it on target. Manos still not happy with his defenders, that he got a fresh look at that one. The chance go up from the Sydney United faithful on the far side of the ground, trying to will their team home. We're 25 minutes from home here, 2 goals all. Ball eventually settles, flicked on by Fowler, trying to find Romero. But then the spoiler on that occasion was Liam Rose. He puts it into touch, 25 minutes out. The Sutherland, the Sharks, they smell blood in the water. Hunting their prey. Short throw, Quivy Fowler again, the Irishman. Wants an overlapping run, decides to cross it at the back post. Cox is there waiting, headers it into the middle. And then Romero couldn't get his head onto it. Very good at scrambling, Sydney United. Glenn Trefiro with the captain's armband this evening. Tamelik tried to get his way through. Turned over. Fowler. Everett goes to the left. Jeremy Cox was playing central now on the left. Gets it in for Everett. Into the 18-yard box. Was he fouled? Referee waved it away. Warren sliding. Favourable for Sydney United. If he puts his head up here, McDonald's got space on the right. Heading towards the 18-yard box. Squares the ball up. Not at the feet of Antelmi, who wasn't pleased with that one. Jostling in midfield for the header. Referee says play on. Trefiro. Game in slow motion at the moment. Plenty of old heads slowing it down. You look at the experience on the park. Mark Warren for Sutherland. Players like Trefiro, Stavroulakis. For the mighty Reds of Sydney United. Proud of Dedza Park faithful. Meyer. Long ball. McDonald was offside though. Assistant referee was up to the task. This game being played between the 18-yard boxes. No team can really apply considerable pressure. Any other teams attacking third. That one went through everyone. Fowler and company. Wanting to roll out Manos. They like to play out from the back to Sydney United. Bakatis plays back to his goalkeeper Manos. Looking for someone in a better position than him. On halfway. Wasn't off an arm, said the referee. Pushing the back. Yes, sir. Free kick on halfway to Sydney United 58. Both teams may settle for 1 point, but definitely 3 of the highest order. They go to the left this time. Roberts has been peppering for the last 15 minutes. Stavroulakis turns the compass west. Finds Roberts again. Playing in nice tight angles. Sydney United turned over. And now Jeremy Cox, what can they do from this counter-attack? Ball play through. Picardas one-on-one with Cox. And eventually safety first from Picardas. And it'll be a throw-in. So we go to the subs bench. This will be the third one for Sydney United. Their last substitution. One of the first times we see Sebastian Gallegos, the Uruguayan, one of their marquee signings, is on for Josh McDonald. What can he do here? Played a few games for Hawkesbury FC. Our Spanish cameraman Oscar will be excited to see a fellow man of Spanish descent. Back for Harry Sutherland. I've spent 3 weeks in America, and I think the only thing in America taller than Harry Sutherland is the Statue of Liberty. Very tall timber. But they couldn't get it out of defence well. Throw it on halfway. Sydney United play back. Let us know where you're listening from. NPL New South Wales, round 5 action. This is men's ones. Sutherland Sharks 2, Sydney United 2. Ball flicked on, and tell me the intended target. Couldn't find him. Headed into midfield. There's Romero. Long ball. Juan Romero chasing hard. Referee said offside. Called it late, but Temelik had that one covered anyway for Sydney United, 58. "70 minutes gone here at Seymour Shore. 20 minutes remaining. 2 goals apiece between the Sutherland Sharks and Sydney United. Who wins it from here? Let us know in the comments section on Facebook or on YouTube as well. We love your feedback. I'm Tony Salerno. Nice to do your acquaintance here on Saturday night in the Shire. Sutherland country. They go to the right. Yanni Picardis hasn't ventured forward too much in this game. Gets towards the 18-yard box. Nice short pass. Trofiro gets it on his right, but eventually tackled and surrenders possession. Long ball. Miscommunication there from the Sharks. They're surrendering very easily. Sydney United has the running. Once again, Sydney United travel to Marconi down the road from their home ground in round 7 action. While the Sutherland Sharks are back right here next week at Seymour Shore to take on Manly United. Battle of the Beaches. Long throw, long looping throw. The contest settles, eventually at the feet of Sydney United. Nice switch of play. Mark Warren winning the ball. Trofiro will have the throw though. 2 goals for Trofiro. 1 each for Jordan Cox. And also Romero in the jersey 10. Jordan Morphetis ready to come on. He's going to replace Quivy Fowler. So one of their big attacking weapons for Sutherland. His night's done. Let's see what Jordan Morphetis can do. Throwing up the line is Picardis for Antelmi, the striker. No goal to his name this evening. They will have a throw. Pretty much at the byline on the right-hand side. Yanni Picardis, former Blacktown City player. Trial with the Western Sydney Wanderers as well. Just on the brink of A-League football. O'Shea clears it. On the bounce and eventually off the head of Liam Rose. Into midfield. Cox succumbs to possession. Shapes the shoot, doesn't do so. Antelmi didn't read that one properly. Nice tackle from Mark Warren. He's taken it 40 metres as the veteran. And now he's very disappointed. Thought he was entitled to a free kick there. Sutherland crowd thought the same. Tariq Erkan. Both teams would have agreed they've got adequate amounts of possession. Long ball over the top to Morphetis, the fresh man. The 2-11s jostle for position. Morphetis plays back. The skipper, Mark Warren, came over from the Marconi Stallions this season. Switch from O'Shea. Headed back into the middle. Jordan Cox does the same for Romero. O'Shea, nice flick on Romero. First touch, decides he wants a second. Shot from Cox. That was deflected. And eventually Sydney United take the spoils. Roberts on now for Antelmi. Turns the compass towards the right. Stavroulakis smack bang on halfway. Nice pass Just a bit too much on it. Picardas tries to keep it in, but he can't. It'll be a throw-in for the home side. Raul Romero scored a pen right on half-time. Jeremy Cox. Nice ball. Overlapping run. The Sharks have been in this position a lot this evening. O'Shea. Now Mark Warren looking to whip in a left-footed cross. Decides a safer play to put it at the feet of Romero. Everett might have tried his luck, decides to try and chip behind the Sydney United defence. Morphetus at the byline, cuts back in. Who's at the far post? Over the head of Jeremy Cox. Tarek Meyer, centre of midfield, pushed over and earns his side a free kick. $15 minutes remaining in this one. Who wants it more? Sydney United 58 or the Sutherland Sharks? Nice ball, but offside. Matthew Sim offside. So nice ball there, but just jumped the gun on that occasion, the forward. Nice long one there from Bazanis. Jordan Morphetus leaves his defender for dead, but he did foul him. At half-time at Mount Druitt, it is 2-0. The Mount Druitt Town Rangers 2 lead Sydney FC 0. So the new kids on the block, Mount Druitt. 2-0 ascendancy. 2-2 here at Seymour Shore. Where does the winner come from? Who delivers it? Long ball. Warren wins the header. Wasn't his best though. Erkan surrenders possession. There's Galagos. He turns it over first time. Everett in that tight channel with Sutherland still. Morphetus over the top. And it eventually out of play. Sutherland with the throw. Players not in a hurry. Mark Warren goes to Morphetus with fresh legs. He's been good since he's come on. Everett. Erkan, the defender, coming well over halfway. Deciding to go to the right this time. Romero. The cross comes in. At the feet of Juan Romero. O'Shea has a shot! Well blocked on that occasion by Thomas Manos. They'll get another go at it though. Will the men in sky blue? Morphetus wants to curl it around the defenders. Cuts back in. Off the feet of Romero. Last ditch clearance. Erkan. Into no man's man to Melik. Couldn't header that away properly. It doesn't go out of play. Morphetus deciding to try and curl it around defenders at the byline. Nice move, Morphetus. Plays it square. And he gives away the foul. They're coming home strong here, Sutherland. And they've decided to invest into a defensive midfielder. It'll be Quentin Cheng to enter the fray in jersey 2. It's not Mark Warren who's coming off. It's Jeremy Cox, the man who's going to make way. So their striker comes off. He's put in a good shift, but his night has come to an end. Quentin Cheng, what can they get out of him? First involvement as soon as he's come on is a header, and he's in hot pursuit of it as well. Cheng going straight past Roberts, and he's in trouble here, Roberts. Yellow card for him. And now, what an impact as soon as he's come on, Quentin Cheng. part of a Central Coast Mariners youth squad a few years ago, has come over for more of an opportunity, and what an opportunity he's making of it. Only a two-man wall. The Sutherland Sharks have been the better team in the second half. One could argue. Can they put a good finishing touch on what's been a very good second half for the home side? 2 goes all. Who's going to get the third goal and potentially the match winner? Sutherland Sharks, plenty to pick from in the middle. Here comes a free kick. Delivered to the back post. Over the top comes Sutherland. But he almost put it on Kiora Road. Too much power on that one, right over the top of the crossbar. Sutherland, their finishing hasn't been critical, and it might just mean they miss out on 2 points. Right now, 2 goals apiece. Sutherland Shark goal scorers Jeremy Cox and Raul Romero. For the visitors, Sydney United 58, Glenn Trefiro with both of those ones. Mark Warren looking for the right, didn't find what he was after. Harry Sutherland chasing. Buzanis out of goals. 2013 was part of the Under-17s World Cup in Turkey. Nice ball there. Here he goes, Romero again. Releasing Quinton Cheng on the right. Squares it up. O'Shea has one look. Could have pulled the trigger there. Decided to lay it off for Morphetus, but he was offside. Would like to see the Sharks pull the trigger from outside the 18-yard box. They'd like to set up for each other. Not too many are going on goalmouth though. Liam Rose. Long ball to Erkan, who wasn't his intended target. Sutherland. Back to Bazanis. If we didn't have lights on here at Seymour Shore, we could use his jersey, which would brighten up the Miranda Stadium. Here comes Romero this time. Raul cuts back inside at the byline. Decides to square it up. Doesn't have enough on it for Everett. Stavroulakis in the headgear is fouled. Rather innocuous end there for the Sutherland Sharks. Make sure you leave your comments. 8 minutes remaining this one. Who wins it from here? Who's been your man of the match? Who's been the best player? Let us know. We do this for Football New South Wales on Facebook and on YouTube. I'm Tony Salerno. Really enjoy bringing you this game. Great Saturday night entertainment here at Seymour Shore. 2 goals apiece. Is there a match winner in here? Where's it going to come from? Lachlan Everett towards the centre circle. Over the top. Quinton Cheng chasing. Him and Roberts. Nice duel it's becoming. But you can really tell there's some fresh legs out there for the Sutherland Sharks. Jordan Roberts. 1-on-1 with that man Cheng. Only 19 years of age. Be nice to put on your resume a match winner here at Seymour Shore in NPL 1. Now at the byline. No trouble here for Buzanis. He rolls out for Romero. Sutherland. Over the top. Stavroulakis. Nice flick on there. Innovative. Harry Sutherland gets in front of Patrick Antelmi. The striker would have wanted to do better than that. Morphetus. Poor pass. Surrenders possession, but they decide to go back through Gallegos. Rose. Now Picardis. Meyer getting himself involved. Right back to Thomas Manos. He's been one of the better players. A few crucial saves by the shot stopper. Tamelik switches play. Finds Roberts on that side. Looking to cut back inside. Decides to play up the line. Nice ball over the top. Nice catch in practice there for Bouzanis. Proud Greek heritage for Bouzanis. Rolls out to Mark Warren. Goes infield. Finds Raul Romero. Warren again. Last touch by Sydney United. Warren. Nice throw into the middle. Morphitus off the chest. Stavroulakis read that one well. Trafiro. And eventually knocked out of play. Last touch off the Sharks. "85 minutes gone. Referee said free kick. Throw in. Nice ball, Trafiro. Sended Telmi chasing at the byline. Can he keep it in? Last touch. Here's a corner, says the referee. So here we go. Sydney United 58 have been on the back foot for much of this last 15 minutes. But can they poach a goal from here? The visitors, can they leave Seymour Shore with all 3 points? Gallegos, the new signing, delivers near post. Flicked away from the Sharks. Only as far as to Melik. Couldn't get in behind that one well. Cheng does well. On the counter-attack now, Cheng. Has Romero on his right. Uses him. Looking to square the ball up, Romero. Coming at the byline, cutting back in. Deflected off Sydney United. And it'll be a goal kick. Has been the ruling. Last touch off the Sutherland Sharks. So they escape on that occasion. To the visitors. 86:35 on the clock. 2-2. No goals in this second half. Who's going to break the deadlock? Who's going to be the match winner? Let us know in the Facebook comments, or just watch what's going to be a 5 or so gripping minutes. Romero, flag stay down. Get in behind him was Picardis. Done a great job in that holding role. Meyer finds Trafiro, arguably best on ground. Sutherland. Harry Sutherland, that is. Headed out of play just for good measure, Liam Rose. Mark Warren. Stealing a few extra metres for the throw. Did that nicely. Romero can't find O'Shea. He's been hiding behind those strikers. Could he come to the fore in the last 5 minutes? It's Thomas Manos' ball again. Been at Sydney United for a number of seasons. A very good professional in goals. Picardis, not quite sure, landed between 3 Sydney United 58 attackers. Go figure. Quinton Cheng's been very good since he's come on. Lively. Looking for options. Stopping and starting. Where's the best approach? Can't find Romero in the middle. Getting themselves in the way. They do that very well, Sydney United 58. A lot of wise heads there. Patrick Anselmi was fouled. Referee saw it. Now 30 metres out from goal. Can Sydney United F58 pinch it from the fire? A lot of Sydney United supporters getting it to full voice. Make sure you share this. It's going to be a gripping last 4 minutes. Share this post far and wide. Let's see how far we can get it, Sydney United and Sutherland Sharks fans. Over the top, Harry Sutherland headers away. Romero. Flicked on for the namesake. Nice ball, Quentin Cheng. One-on-one with the defender. Tries to play Romero back in. Could have been selfish there and had a shot himself. Didn't do so. O'Shea. Headers. Won that time by Romero. Now trying to slide it away. Picarda's got a sluck. Raul Romero flicks it back at the 18-yard box. Who wants to win this game as we see 3 minutes of injury time remaining in this one? Morphetus. Nice ball flicked on. Mark Warren there waiting. Squares it up, but almost passes it into the clutches of Thomas Manos. Should have put a bit more venom on that one. They break away here, Sydney United 58. Trefiro over halfway. Finds Meyer, who's sandwiched between Sutherland defenders. So now it's Sutherland's turn to go up the ground. Raul Romero having that ball shadowed by Rose. And eventually with Manos. Gallios, very nicely weighted pass. But eventually just a bit too much. And Buzanas in goals. Safety first for the shot stopper for the Sutherland Sharks. He goes long. Morphetus chasing that one. Middle of injury time. Who wants to win this one? It's going to be a free kick. Poor Picardas. Maybe cop one in one. He didn't, in a place he didn't really want to. To Melik. Eyes up, says the crowd. Meyer. Goes left. Roberts. Looking for options. Decides to play back again. We're in the final stoppage time minutes. Meyer goes left again to Roberts. What attacking player they got in store here. Sydney United. Cutting inside. Squares the ball up this time. Flicked on by Trefiro. Could this be it? Headed on and into the goal. The match is won by Sydney United. 58. Wow. They've threatened and they've threatened and they've threatened. And then eventually it was Sydney United 58 with the shot deflected first time. And eventually a header popped in. But Sydney United, who you could argue probably haven't dominated possession in that second half, was able to get the spoils. We'll confirm that goal scorer for you very shortly. And now the Sutherland Sharks. The line through Quentin Cheng. A push there. And right at the last minute, Sydney United 58 may well escape with all 3 points. The Sharks, it's been a story of the start to their campaign. Have been good for a lot of the matches, but when it's counted, the result hasn't gone their way. Sydney United taking their time. Counting down. Erkan. Patrick Anselmi nearly pulled his pants down and had the ball in the back of a net. Luckily, it just goes beside the uprights. Trying to hurry here for Sutherland Sharks. Referee's got the whistle in his mouth and he blows it. That is all here at Seymour Shore. And it is the visitors, Sydney United 58, who have come away with the victory at full time. And has finished the Sutherland Sharks 2, Sydney United 58-3. The goal scorers at the end of this one, Jordan Cox and also Raul Romero for the Sutherland Sharks. 2 goals for Glenn Trefiro. And the last goal in the dying minutes for Sydney United 58. Breaking the hearts of the Sutherland Sharks. Thank you very much for your company this evening. I'm Tony Salerno with everyone from Football New South Wales. It's been great to have your company. Sydney United 58, the winners tonight, 3-2. Goodbye. Glenn Trefiro with the hat-trick.